and expertise of public action. According to Sow, he was favorably received by the Vice President and expressed gratitude for the audience. Sow said he wants to spread his tentacles to the Gambia as his expertise is equally needed in the country. Sow said he will meet Gambian officials from various ministries and agencies to explore areas of cooperation. Mamadou Diallo, GRTS.
State prosecutors have finally brought 4 criminal counts, including treason and sedition charges, against former Information Minister Dr. Grts and 3 others at the Special Criminal Division of the High Court. Ibrahim Ajata has more.
Dr. Grts, Modou Keita Ibrahim Jallo and Michael Uche Thomas at the Special Criminal Court. Prosecutors leveled 4 counts of treason and sedition against the accused persons, although 2 of the counts charged are meant exclusively for the first accused, Dr. Jane, and 3 others who are believed to be outside the jurisdiction. The particulars of the offense on the first count, which is conspiracy to commit treason contrary to Section 35(1)(g) of the Criminal Code, states that Dr. Grts Jane, on or about the 26th of May 2011 in diverse places in the Gambia and elsewhere, conspired with Ndaitafa Sose, Matthew K. Jallo, Famana Demba, and others at large to overthrow the democratically elected government of the Gambia, thus committing what prosecutors believe is an offense. Other counts also allege that the accused persons conspired with others at large on or about the 26th of May 2011 in diverse places in the Gambia to print and distribute 100 T-shirts carrying seditious remarks such as Coalition for Change the Gambia and Dictatorship Now. All 4 accused denied the charges when it was read to them before a fully packed courtroom. The Deputy Director of Public Prosecution, S.H. Mbahum, later asked the court for an adjournment in order to conduct hearings without any objection by defense. Justice Joseph N.Y. Ikpala subsequently rescheduled the trial for hearing on the 13th of October 2011. Ibrahim Ajata, GRTS.
An 8-member team of students from Taiwan's National Taipei University of Technology is in the Gambia for a 2-week study tour. The visit to Banjul by the group dubbed the 2011 Taiwan Youth Ambassadors formed part of cultural exchange programs that was initiated last year within the framework of youth participation in Banjul-Taipei relations. Isatu Bajansai reports.
And Taiwan continue to nurture a cordial relationship that is considered mutually beneficial to both countries. These enviable ties manifested in the various sectors of development and on the international platform is one that the authorities of both sides are bent on sustaining. The latest in this direction is the visit to the country by a group of young people from Taiwan. The visiting students from the National Taipei University of Technology are in the country to exchange and share cultures and values with their Gambian counterparts, who are drawn from various learning institutions and youth groups. The 2 sides are poised to use culture as a vehicle for cementing the bond between the Smiling Coast and the island country.
During the preparation period of this camp, each of our young ambassadors were assigned to one conversation partner who is the Gambia student studying in our university. And they did help us a lot and help us to prepare the best for our classes.
The trip, which is an annual tradition according to officials, will avail Gambian youth who benefit from Taiwan scholarship packages the opportunity to learn Taiwanese language and culture, thereby easing their induction into the Taiwanese culture.
We have to ensure this relationship will be growing from strength to strength. And to realize that, what should be done? The future leaders should be engaged. It's all of it. That is why we attach great importance to activity of this nature.
Because of the productive nature and the fruitfulness of such a program, we think and believe that such an initiative should be supported so as to ensure that it moves from strength to strength.
Fatou Kiné Diop of the Foreign Affairs Ministry commended the 2 sides for their stance on cementing the already fruitful relationship being enjoyed by both Banjul and Taipei. She implored the youth to make good use of this opportunity. During their 2-week stay in the country, The Taiwanese team will engage their Gambian counterparts in the learning of martial arts, Taiwanese cuisine and language. Since it is not a one-sided affair, the visitors will as well take home important lessons from the Gambia. Aissatou Badian Sarr, GRTS.
We'll be back with more stories after the break.
Nafa warlimba
adasono ya tabake
walang afisel la nying extreme sim card
ila afisel extreme sim card sang sai
ha dalstan
afisel ya kele koteke isi sim card kuto sang dalasitan damma
walang afisel la nying extreme sim card to mu yalonko dalstan ani lulu credit ko le bakono
dalasitan jo ye tanni lulu soto isa soto no dula belto
sim card kuto mu yalonko dalstan ani lulu credit ko le bakono ndon aka wafi dalstan dammal la afisel dammal la sinyi nati no ali.
Welcome back. A human rights report has disclosed that Syrian security forces have gunned down at least 30 people on Tuesday following a bloody weekend that saw the killing of a similar number. And Israeli security forces have intercepted a Gaza-bound French flotilla with all 16 crew members arrested. We have details of these and other stories in this roundup of all news.
The situation in Syria remains tense, especially in Homs in the center of the country. According to human rights groups, security forces killed at least 13 people in the night to Tuesday. This comes after an already bloody weekend when more than 30 people died in clashes between opposition and supporters. 2 demonstrators have been killed in Yemen, another 7 have been injured. Opposition members met in the capital Sana'a, saying they refuse any dialogue with President Ali Abdullah Saleh. According to pro-government media, Saleh wants to sit down with the opposition. He says it is the only way he will relinquish power. French flotilla Dignité Al-Karama will never arrive in Gaza. It is the last vessel to try and break through the blockade, but was intercepted by Israeli forces. All 16 crew members have been arrested. Unlike with a Turkish flotilla intercepted in May 2010, when 9 Turkish activists had been killed, this time there were no reports of violence. Ecuador has banned alcohol, at least for the next 3 days. This comes after 23 people died of alcohol poisoning after drinking impure spirits. Hundreds of more patients remain in hospital.
The residence of Guinean President Alpha Condé came under attack last night. In what is suspected to be an attempted coup, unknown assailants fired heavy automatic weapons between 3 and 5 in the morning. The incident has claimed the lives of 1 presidential guard and injured 3 others. Amidst the trouble, an unhurt President Condé called for calm and national unity. Details in this report.
Breaking news interrupted regular programming on Guinean television this morning. Tonight, between 3 and 5 a.m., the residence of President Alpha Condé has come under attack. Pictures of the attack were broadcast on national television, an attack on the residence of President Alpha Condé and Conakry. Unknown assailants fired heavy automatic weapons between 3 and 5 in the morning, even launching a rocket, striking the home of the head of state and his family. The president escaped, addressing his nation soon after. We have begun our way towards democracy and we will continue down that road. We are ready for change and we will see change if God is willing. I call for calm and vigilance and also for national unity. 1 presidential guard protecting the residence was killed, another 3 were injured. Meanwhile, the former army leader, General Nuhu Thiam, was arrested just after the raid. It is still unclear if this was an attempted coup d'etat or a simple warning. The only thing that is clear is that during the election, Condé promised to reform the army. Aside from General Konaté, credited with a smooth political transition, the armed forces have always been known to destabilize Guinea.
The United Nations assessment report has said that pro-Gbagbo troops no longer pose a threat to Ivory Coast, but maintain that security remains a serious concern in the Cocourage state. and conflicting reports are emerging as to who